Let's talk about monetization on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Get in the Car. So I've been on YouTube for almost 12 years now, which is kind of crazy. And the monetization process and just monetization on YouTube in general has changed a lot since I've been on the site. And I wanted to talk about that today. So for those who don't know, people can make money from their YouTube videos by running ads on the videos or by having people donate directly through like super chats and channel memberships and things like that. The main way of making money from YouTube has always been ads, and when I started my channel back in 2013, that was definitely the case. That was pretty much all YouTube offered as far as ways of monetizing your videos. So as I understand it, before I started YouTube, like going way back to like 2007 or whenever the YouTube Partner Program started, there were super strict requirements for who could monetize their channel. I'm not sure what those requirements were. Again, this is before my time, but apparently it used to be pretty strict. When I started, I was really lucky. There were practically no requirements. They opened up the YouTube Partner Program to pretty much anybody. I honestly don't remember there being any rules. I'm sure if you uploaded like illegal content or something, they wouldn't monetize your channel. Like, you probably had to go through some checks to make sure you weren't doing anything terrible. But in general, pretty much anybody could sign up to get their channel monetized. Like, you didn't have to have a lot of subscribers or anything like that. So I started my YouTube channel the day after I met the minimum age requirement, which was May 10th, 2013. And I monetized my channel, as far as I remember, around like September 2013, so just a couple months later. So you might think that sounds like a logistical nightmare from YouTube's perspective. Like, allowing anybody to monetize their channel just seems pretty crazy. Like, how are you going to handle all those payments and everything like that? But realistically, it wasn't that easy to actually get money from YouTube. So I monetized my channel in September 2013, but you had to reach the minimum payout threshold to actually get a check from YouTube, and that threshold is $100. Now, if you know anything about YouTube ads, you know they're not super lucrative, and $100 from YouTube ads is quite a few views. The most conservative estimates I usually hear is you get $1 for every 1,000 views. Realistically, it's probably going to be a little more than that, but regardless, to get $100, you might want to estimate that you'll need about 100,000 views. So when I monetized my channel in 2013, I probably had like 10 subscribers, maybe 20, somewhere around there. My videos were probably getting 10 views each. I was not getting any payouts anytime soon. But it was so cool to go into the analytics page on my YouTube channel and just see like, whoa, I've made 2 cents from YouTube today. Or eventually, I've made $10 from my YouTube channel. You gotta think, as a 13-year-old who's like super passionate about making YouTube videos, it's just so cool to see any amount of money associated with that. Like, that just blew my mind at the time. And seeing that number really motivated me to keep going, and eventually I did hit the $100 payout, and it was super cool getting a check in the mail from YouTube for this thing that I'm just doing in my room in my free time. So that's how YouTube monetization used to be, but things have changed. So some time ago, I think it was about 7 years ago, YouTube upped the requirements significantly that you need to get your channel monetized. And even though I have some exciting news at the end of the video, I am gonna be super critical of YouTube throughout the video, so be warned if you're watching this and you work at YouTube. So nowadays, in order to monetize your channel with ads, you need to have 1,000 subscribers, which is significantly more than the 20 I had when I monetized. You need to have uploaded, I believe it's 3 times in the past 90 days, which, that's fine. I feel like that's a valid requirement. And now here's the kicker. You need 4,000 hours of watch time on your YouTube channel in the past 1 year. 4,000 hours of watch time is pretty significant. If you're an up-and-coming YouTuber, maybe each person watching your channel has spent an hour watching your videos. Maybe. That means you have to have 4,000 people, each spending an hour on your content. Or maybe more realistically, you have a bunch of different people watching your content for like 2 minutes at a time. And in that case, you're gonna need about 120,000 people doing that. That's really hard to do. And you have to do it in a 1-year time period. So since YouTube started making these, in my opinion, ridiculous requirements, they have made them a little more lenient. At the very least, they've given people more options. You can also monetize your channel if you've gotten 10 million shorts views in the past 90 days, which, shorts views are definitely easier to get than long-form content views, but still, 10 million is a pretty crazy number. Like, that's a pretty viral video. I think it's good that they've opened up monetization opportunities to people who maybe only post shorts, so they're not getting those watch hours, but they still want to monetize. But still, 10 million is a crazy number. And finally, the other thing that they've done recently, since YouTube's added things like channel memberships and super chats and stuff like that, they've allowed people to monetize their channel a little earlier through that. So you can't put ads on your videos until you get the 4,000 hours of watch time or the 10 million shorts views, but you can monetize your channel through channel memberships and super chats and all that stuff after you've hit 3,000 hours of watch time or 3 million shorts views. And you only need 500 subscribers to do that. Still, in my humble opinion, kinda crazy. 500 subscribers is not nothing. That's 500 people who have decided they like your content and want to come back and see more. And they've spent 3,000 hours doing so. That was a short drive, I got where I need to be, but I have more to say, so don't go anywhere. So when YouTube introduced those stricter partner requirements, my channel had already hit those. Like, I was doing pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. But that was my first channel, DG Cubes. That's an old one, that's been around forever, but I don't really upload on that channel anymore. And I started this channel, DG the Artist, in 2022, 2021, sometime more recently, after they had implemented those requirements. And obviously, right off the bat, I did not hit those requirements. So this channel has actually never been monetized. So I think for a while, DG Cubes, my first channel, was sort of grandfathered into the monetization thing, because for the past couple years, I definitely haven't been hitting 4,000 hours of watch time. I barely upload on that channel, and they've still let me keep the channel monetized. But just a couple months ago, I got an email in my inbox saying that they are gonna have to turn off monetization for DG Cubes because I no longer meet the partner requirements. So I appreciate YouTube for letting me slide for a while, but eventually they had to pull the plug and DG Cubes is no longer monetized. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sad to see that happen. Like, that's a channel that I poured my soul into for like a lot of middle school, all of high school, all of college, and now YouTube's kind of like, you know, we're not gonna pay you for that anymore. Like, any views you get from here on out, enjoy them, but you're not getting any money. You had your time. Goodbye. And I think I would have been a little more sad about that if this channel wasn't getting so close to the monetization threshold. So I'm proud to announce that as of just the other day, this channel finally hit 3,000 hours of watch time in the past year. So my channel is now monetized. I now have memberships, which you can join at the link in the description, or I think there's a join button next to the subscribe button. And you can also send super chats in the comments and during premieres of videos. So I'm super hyped about that, but I do want to make the case real quick to YouTube that they should bring back early monetization. I genuinely think that a big reason DG Cubes found success was because of the carrot held in front of me for all that time before I got my first paycheck. I was able to see how much money I was getting, and I knew that once I hit $100, I would actually get that money. This might be sunk cost fallacy or whatever, but it totally works. Like, it makes you want to get that first paycheck and keep uploading and keep making the best content you can make and keep attracting a bigger and bigger audience. Nowadays, I have to wonder how many young up-and-coming YouTubers like myself have given up on the process because they just see that daunting 3,000 hours of watch time number and see where they're currently at and feel like they'll just never hit it. Obviously, if you're making YouTube content, you shouldn't just be in it for the money. Like, YouTube is not a lucrative business. You need to be genuinely passionate about making fun content for your audience. But the money helps. The money helps you feel like you're not just pouring all your time into something that's never gonna be anything. Looking into your channel analytics and seeing that you've made $20 on YouTube is really empowering as an up-and-coming creator. And YouTube, you don't need to pay anybody until they hit the $100. Most people who sign up for monetization will probably never hit it, but it still gives them something to work towards. This is my case to YouTube. I really think they should open up monetization to more people earlier on like they used to. I'm sure you have your reasons for making monetization less open, but I really think you would get more better content on YouTube if more people could monetize earlier on. Before I end this video, I do just want to give a quick plug to the new memberships on my channel because I am pretty excited about that, even though it's not ad revenue. So there are two tiers of memberships. There's the You Deserve the World tier, named after my upcoming album. That's a $5 tier. And if you sign up as a channel member, you get all the basic stuff. You get shoutouts in the description, you get custom emoji to use in comments, and you get the badge next to your name. But you also get early access to videos. I'm planning to share videos with members maybe about a day early before it goes up for everybody else. I'm planning to do that with most, if not all, of my long-form videos. And one perk that I'm really excited about is early exclusive song snippets. So a lot of times when I'm making music, I want to share something before the song's like fully mastered and ready to go out there, but I don't want to just like give it all away. You know, it kind of ruins the fun of the drop if I just like share the whole song with everybody for free on the internet. So I feel like this is a good compromise. Like, if you really vibe with my music and really want to support me as an artist, I want to reward you and give you some early listens. I will say I can't make any promises about the frequency of these song snippets. Like, this depends a lot on my own personal creativity, and realistically, I probably make a song every like month and a half or so, like a song that I'm proud of, and I won't necessarily share every song. Like, there's stuff I'll probably want to save for like an upcoming album or whatever, you know, or surprise releases, things like that. That's all the disclaimers. All that said, I am really excited to have an outlet to be able to share some song snippets with people before the songs are finished and before the songs come out. So if you like my music and supporting me sounds like the sort of thing you want to do, feel free to sign up for the You Deserve the World tier. And then the second tier is the You Deserve the Universe tier. This is a $10 tier. This is basically for super fans of the music and of the channel. With the You Deserve the Universe tier, you get all the standard stuff that you get with the You Deserve the World tier, Plus, you get a special discount code to use on my merch that I'm actually going to announce really soon, so stay tuned for that. And you also will get a video made about you. So I've done this on some Twitch streams before. The idea is basically I'll look at your username and your profile picture, and I'll make a YouTube short where I make a bunch of assumptions about you based on nothing but your profile picture and username. Even if I've seen your comments on my channel before, or I know you personally or whatever, I'm still going to make totally nonsensical assumptions based purely on your username and profile pic. For now, I'm planning to make that a one-time thing for top tier members, but I am interested in adding some more perks in the future, so let me know in the comments if there are things that you'd be interested in if you do join the channel. And I think this goes without saying, but joining the channel is never a requirement. Becoming a member is purely a way of showing your support to me and my dream of being a rapper and YouTuber. If you do feel the urge to donate with a super chat or become a channel member, it is greatly appreciated, and I really can't thank you enough, and you do deserve the world. Anyway, that's about it for this episode of Get in the Car. Let me know in the comments what you think about YouTube's current monetization policies, how it compares to the old days, if you agree with me that you think YouTube should open up monetization to more people, or if you have an argument for why they shouldn't. Anyway, thanks for watching and subscribing, and for becoming a member if you decide to. That's about it for this one. It's time for me to get out of the car. See you in the next one.